Now let's get into the specific objective of discovery. So discovery in general exists because you and your prospect have a desire to remove a problem. So they've either reached out to you or you've reached out to them with the idea that you potentially can solve a problem. You need to find that problem, and the problem rarely is just building you a website. Typical problems you uncover in discovery is helping them find more customers, but obviously that path is not just clear. You can't just snap your fingers and find more customers. So the first objective of discovery is to understand your prospect. So now we've done a little bit of this in the qualification phase of the project. You've got some basic information about your prospect, but you're going to want to truly understand your prospect. You're going to want to understand them, their position in the business or organization, how they interact with other people in that business. You're going to want to understand how many people are in that business and what all the roles are in that business, how that might potentially affect the web and online strategy. And that's why the first objective of discovery is to understand your prospect. The second objective of discovery is to find problems. And when you find problems, and I'm not talking about just taking your prospective customer's word for what's wrong in their business, I'm talking about when you start asking questions and they start responding with authentic I don't knows. So let's say, for instance, you're talking to them about their search marketing and you ask them what their competitors are currently doing to market their business online. And they might say, well, my competitors have websites. Well, do they currently engage in any kind of search engine optimization? Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure if they do or not. That's a great opportunity to turn that into an educational process, not just about SEO, but to help them and show them some research about what's going on their online landscape with search engine optimization, how that affects their website, and how that affects their position against their competitors. So one of your objectives is to find the problems and then get into those root I don't knows with your customer and then turn the unknown into the known. And that starts with finding problems. The last objective of discovery is to identify if some of these problems are really opportunities for you and if you potentially can provide solutions for that. So we want to identify if problems are opportunities. So identifying if problems are opportunities is kind of our last objective of discovery. It's not something that you lead with. You don't want to have all of your questions directly relate to services that you offer, and you don't want your entire discovery process just to somehow funnel into selling larger deals. Discovery is really about an authentic exploration, and seeing if some of these problems are potential opportunities is definitely part of discovery. And I think you're going to have a specialty of what you can and can't help somebody with, and you're going to probably gravitate towards the problems that you can help them with. Obviously, when I was going into restaurants, I typically wouldn't talk to a business owner about their food supply issues or if they had enough chicken for Friday night. Those typically weren't the types of problems that I would work towards. But if they had some logistical problems that somehow affected them getting more customers through their website, and maybe they were running out of specials too soon and some customers were complaining, I'd be happy to talk to a customer about that, or a prospective customer. But you typically don't force the conversation that way, but you definitely don't force the conversation to just the solutions that you can provide. So to review real quick of our three objectives here, we're going to first understand our prospect. That's a primary objective with doing discovery. Then we're going to be trying to find problems in that business or that organization. And then we're going to identify if problems are potential opportunities for our business.